Hello and welcome back to JB Aquatics, where today we're back with our first long form in about 2 months. And as you all know, this is my Q&A, which you've all been waiting for. And we just hit 300 subscribers, so thank you everyone. But let's get straight into the video with question 1. So then, we have 3 questions from Fish Tank YT. Do you prefer a mana shrimp or bamboo shrimp? Do you prefer a mana shrimp or cherry shrimp? Do you prefer bamboo shrimp or cherry shrimp? Now, these are all very cool shrimp, so I'm going to show you what each one of them looks like. Now that you've seen all of the shrimp, I'm going to explain which one's my favourite. Now, first of all, bamboo shrimp, they're very cool. They do look really nice, but they're not exactly my favourite. I don't know why, I just don't really like them. But then a mana shrimp, they're not as colourful as bamboo shrimp or cherry shrimp, but they're very good at cleaning hair algae. And then there's cherry shrimp, which are teeny tiny, so you can't keep them with as many fish. But they are great algae eaters and considered one of the best. So for colour, I will say cherry shrimp, but overall I prefer a mana shrimp. So with that, mana shrimp come in first, cherry shrimp in second, and then bamboo shrimp in third. So now we're going to move on to the second question of the video. Now this question is from Richard Bright, and he asks, how many shrimp are you getting? So we are sticking with the shrimp questions, and not any of you really know this, but I will be getting some mana shrimp soon. And I'll get anywhere between 3 and 5. So yeah, that answers that one nice and quickly. So moving on to the third question of the video, it is another one from Fish Tank YT. And he asks, what fish will you get next? So I'm not exactly planning on getting any more fish, but as you all just know now, I will be into a mana shrimp. And then if I was to get anything else, it will just be maybe like a few ember tetras or something, but I don't think I will be getting any more. But I will be adding a baby neon tetra, I think it is now, into my tank in a couple weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll move on to question 4 now. So then, for question 4, it is from GFHD Gaming Real, and he asks, what substrate do you use? So I have 2 substrates in my tank currently. I have aqua soil, as well as some white gravel. And the reason I have 2 is for all the plants, they need extra nutrients. So I have the aqua soil, and then you have just some standard white gravel to add a bit of colour. And yeah, so just have a mixture of them 2 at the bottom, and it looks quite nice in my opinion. So we move on to question 5 from Bright YouTube, and he says, what's your favourite thing you own? Now, I have lots of things that I like to own in my tank, but I'll say one of the most useful things is my separation mesh box, which I currently have the baby fish in. And the reason being is just because you can put sick fish in there, separate them from the tank so they can't infect others. You can also put baby fish in there that are still tiny and could get eaten by the other fish. And not only that, you can also separate aggressive fish, which I have had to do a while ago. Not on the channel currently, but it was with my zebra Danio. He was too aggressive. He was nipping everyone's fins, so I had to separate him for a couple days. And then you release him and he's all better. So yeah, it's very helpful, cheap as well, and just really good thing to own. But yeah, that is question 5, and we're going on to question 6 now. So we're back to question 6, and it's another one from Fish Tank YT. Will you get another tank? Now, I'm not sure if I'll get another tank, but if I ever do, it will just be like a tiny nano tank, like 20 litres, so nothing massive. All I would have is some shrimps in there, because I don't really have the space in my room. Plus, my dad does have a nano tank himself, so it would be quite expensive running all these tanks. But if I was to ever get another one, it would just be like a 20-litre tank for some shrimps, a beta or something. But yeah, moving on to question 7 now. So then, for question 7, we have yet another question from Fish Tank YT. You have £1,000 to spend on fish. What do you buy? You can buy tanks and gravel as well. So I'd probably buy a massive 400 litre tank, 200 to 400 litres, and I would just get loads of rare plants, massive rock structures as well as driftwood, get rare plecos, just some massive fish, and make the tank look nice. But yeah, and then I'd just buy rare fish and maybe even a saltwater tank, get some rare corals and everything. But yeah, that is what I would do with £1,000 to buy on fish. So then, for question 8, it is from Motorway 1. What's your favourite part of the tank? Now, I love all the parts of my tank, but I would say my favourite bit is this middle bit that you can see right now, as well as the cave, because it's where most of the fish are. They swim around there most of the time. It's where they get fed. And yeah, you can see my pleco also hides in there. So I like this part because, yeah, all the fish are there. I do also like the other parts, but as you can see there, no fish in the cave. But yeah, middle part with the cave structure is my favourite part of the tank. And now we'll move on to the 9th question of the video. Now for the 9th and final question of the Q&A, it is from MC Reptiles. What's your most expensive fish in your tank? Now I have a few fish that are all the same price, and that is £8.50 each. So I don't have anything really expensive, but when I brought Jono, my bristlenose pleco, he was £7. He's probably worth a bit more now. But yeah, he's one of the most expensive fish. But then other than that, I have my rabbit snail, which was £8.50. But he will grow up and then it will look like he's actually worth that much money. And then I also have my 2 pale gouramis, which were £8.50 each. So that's about £17 for just them 2 fish. So yeah, I don't have anything crazy expensive. But as you can see, them 2 pale gouramis there, they are my most expensive fish, as well as my bristlenose pleco and the rabbit snail. And with that, the Q&A does come to an end. And I would like to thank you all for if you stuck to this point. And yeah, thank you for 300 subscribers. And I hope you enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.